share with us today how 22 Mohawks began? What was the impetus for the mission that you're on today?
Yeah, 2014, I hurt my back and was assigned to an administration position in the Army. While I was in the admin role, I was a staff sergeant, so I was one of the senior guys in this position. And a specialist was assigned to me. His name was Specialist John Hatfield. And for about 18 months, John and I worked closely together. We couldn't jump out of planes anymore. We couldn't carry our backpacks. We couldn't go and shoot guns because we were both injured. But I liked John. John, he was a good guy. And he would come up to me and say, hey, you know, Sergeant Camp, this really sucks. He's like, can you help me? Can you shelter me from this stuff? I said, of course, John. Like, I got your back. And then 2016 came around, and I got discharged. I was going to go to Suffolk University. I was going to get my degree in finance with a focus on wealth management and just be super successful. That's really all I cared about. And then I found out that John, on social media, had died by suicide. He had taken his own life. And, you know, it hit me kind of hard. It made me realize that as a leader, I'd failed John. Because, you know, when your uniform comes off, your service doesn't end. We still live by our creeds. We have to reach out to our guys, no matter what. So that's, when I found that out, that essentially got the ball moving. The initial idea was I got to bring awareness to this. I have to bring awareness to suicide. My friends are dying, and it's preventable. So I was like, you know what? Mohawks are cool. So I shaved a Mohawk into my head, and I took a selfie, and I posted on social media, and I said, hey, you know, our friends are dying. If anyone else wants to support veteran suicide awareness, get a Mohawk, post it, tag #22 Mohawks, and I'll donate $100 per Mohawk to a larger charity. And I mean, within 2 weeks, we got, you know, 50 Mohawks, right? So, you know, I donated some money, which is good. It was a good thing. It was a good thing. It's bringing awareness to it. And I was like, you know, maybe we're onto something. So I'll create another event. So as veterans, we like to, you know, find risk, right? We like risk. We like to do risky things, drive fast or run towards the sound of gunfire or fall out of airplanes, right? So it's pretty easy to schedule a tandem parachute jump. So I scheduled a tandem parachute jump in Pepperell, Mass. And how I did it was I just posted on social media. I said, hey, listen, I'm going to bring 10 veterans, and we'll all go and we'll all jump. We'll have a good time, and we'll bring awareness to veteran suicide. So it was pretty cool. We had a lot of people sign up. We had our 10 jumpers. We all jumped. And while we were there, more than one person came up to me at the event and said, you know, Dave, I've never told anyone this, but. And then they would tell me a story about, you know, PTSD, about flashbacks. And, you know, I thought to myself, like, we have to keep this up. I have to keep doing this because it's actually meaningful for people. Because when people unload something on you they're holding in, you could just see the relief come across their face. And I was trying to think of services that I would provide. I love my dog. And no matter what happens during the day when I come home, my dog loves me, no matter what. And he just makes me feel good. So I'm like, well, you know what? Not everybody needs a service dog. So why don't I put that we get dogs for vets, right? So I put that on the website. I got a call from a Marine Corps veteran, Mike McGee. And he said, hey, man, I can't make it through another winter. I'm having suicide ideations, and I need your help. Can you get me a dog? And I was like, shoot, yes, I can. We talked for about an hour. I was like, how am I going to get this guy a dog? We make things happen for people. That's just what we do. That one thing literally changed everything. And now, right now, we've given 23 dogs to veterans. Every veteran that's received a dog is still alive. So that's impactful. Remember that it's okay to be tough in service, but it's okay to let your guard down and be vulnerable when you get out, because if you share your weakness with others, it may give another person permission to share their weakness with you when they might not think that they can.
So to my fellow vets, thank you from the bottom of my heart for serving our country and for Suffolk. To all of you vets who are students, thank you for being part of this wonderful community. You may not understand what you add to this community, but because of your service, because of your experience, you help every other student have a much better education than they would have had if you had not been in the classroom. What I learned today is a lesson I have always known, that by taking small steps, by trying things out where we really don't know whether they would work or whether we would be laughed at, we can bring great good to this world. We can change the world for the better. And as veterans, we are in a prime position to do that. Just acting out on our instincts, on what our heart tells us, what our guts tell us, and we will make a difference.